would cross the bridge of death must answer me these questions three. Ere the other side he see.
Ask me the questions, Bridgekeeper. I am not afraid.
What is your name?
My name is Sir Lancelot of Camelot.
What is your quest?
To seek a game of magic. What is your favorite format? Pauper.
Right, off you go.
Oh, thank you.
Hello everybody, it's Saturday, it's nice and rainy outside. I have a job and I've got a new deck. This is a really cool one. Actually sent in I think like 2 years ago from a guy who walks alone who's brought us many very cool lists. I predict this one will go 2-3 today. It's not the meanest thing, but it does have some potential. That's why I wanted to show it off. There's a lot of really neat choices and a lot of creativity in this list. Before I get too started here, yeah, I finally got a job via Costco, and definitely feels like a little professional like hit to the ego, but when you've been unemployed as long as I have, I'm very grateful for it. So I'm going to be more on that when it happens. Yeah, it's raining outside. I'm really happy about that. And MTG has a new look with all this green button shenanigans, and it's been causing some issues. So anyway, yeah, Jabloozy's in the house. All right, yeah, so I dig this alternate art here. I kind of wish they'd go back to a few sets like this. It's who doesn't like these little sagas there? So yeah, Changelings, Shapeshifters, etc. Thank you, Superfan. Yeah, it was. I had about 3 interviews all in one day, and then I went off and had the whole background check and all that stuff. So I'm going to be like the warehouse man, moving my way up, that sort of thing. But the benefits are amazing, so that's mostly what I care about. Anyway, so Shapeshifters, we got 21 lands. I've got this about the biggest change I made. I've only changed like, I don't know, 7 or 8% of the deck, and it's mostly been the lands. 3 Basilicas, 3 Plains. We've got 4 Barrens. We've got 4 Seraph Sanctuaries, which really do add up because all of our stuff triggers it outside of the sliver. And we've got 3 Sheltered Landscapes and I believe 4 Swamps. 1 drops. We got the Outcasts. We got the Automation. 2 Village Rites, 3 Unearth, and 2 Ghoulcaller's Chant, which can be very flexible when the game goes a little longer. This is our heavy hitter. We have a Sarah Angel sort of thing. Wink, wink, not really. It's white. It's a 4/4. That's about where the premonition stops. Wrong word. Anyway, and then we got 4 Journeys, 3 Slivers because they kind of trip everything, and it's a nice target for Unearth and getting in there with these guys for 2 or 3 damage sometimes. Our draw package is Knight's Whisper. We've got Smitten Swordmaster, which surprisingly, Curry Favor does quite a bit of damage because we are playing with just about every creature type. So all of our creatures equal knights. And then we have a lifelinker after that. Kind of a clunky rest of it. We've got 1 Changeling, 1 Venomous Changeling. These are additions I put in here. I really like this guy's ability of just the reach, the ability to not fall for Cannonade or Breath Weapon effects, and in a very rare chance you're going to be able to do the second ability there where maybe you're getting milled and stuff. And then I got rid of these for a while, but then I noticed the value of them, especially with this late in the game. So we're running 2 of these. Anyway, congrats on getting a job. Better having 1 than not. That's true. We've got 1 Leave No Trace, 3 Missionaries, 3 Dust to Dust. We've got 2 Arms of Hadar. I'll sit on this card for a few beats. Foul-Tongue Invocation, because we are playing every creature type. When it says dragon, it should just say creature. So as long as additionally you cast a spell, you may reveal a creature card from your hand. They have to sacrifice a creature of their choice, and if you reveal the creature card controlled a creature as you cast a spell, you gain 4 life. That's how I like to read it anyway, because that's how it plays out. We've got 2 Macabre, another fetch target if we're in a real big pinch for Ghoulcaller's Chant and we need extra mana available, and 2 Spellbombs. So that being said, I predict, like I said, I think this is about a 2-3 outing. We're not here to win any awards or such, but we're gonna go for it and see what we can do here. I think I hit join instead of host. No, I think I hit host. There's been a little bit of lag too on the newest cards coming out here. So, okay, well, and this is a bit frustrating. We'll keep it though. Want to get out our Griffin Rider. If we see red or black, I might want to pause or hit the brakes on that. So, yeah, Barkform Harvester was pretty hard to get around, especially it's pretty underwhelming at the Changeling or Shapeshifter spot on that time. So, all right, there's a removal color. Maybe we pump the brakes on the Griffin Rider plan here. I think I'm still just going to lead off with Barrens and see what we get. But yeah, apologies to the guy who walks alone. He sent me this like 2 years ago. I play it every once in a while and keep thinking like, oh, it needs like another set or two. And I'm like, you know what? I need to show this off because I've always loved Griffin Rider and always tried to break it. And outside of Shapeshifters, it's pretty hard to do. Yep, High Tide's back on the ban list. Didn't really face it too much. Not quite sure what we're up against here. I'm torn, man. I want to be out the window looking outside right now because we're getting a really nice storm here in Southern California. So far I'm putting this on Black Gardens. Got a Wellspring and a Swamp showing up. The Avatar Commons aren't really... The Water Skin is about the only thing I think might see play, and that's logic is courtesy of my son. Thorn of the Black Storm. That's right. Good to have you back, Nim Chimsky. Been gone, seems like forever. All right. Let's, you know what? Let's play 2 automations this turn. That way we can just sliver into like a 4 attack. This deck acts really meek, and then sometimes with a sliver combo, it can be pretty nasty. We really want to draw like another Plains here. That way we could still put out another automation, sliver it, and then maybe the sliver will get targeted. We can unearth it and then bring back, and then play Griffin Rider unmolested. We'll see. You got to assume that they've got something like a cast down at least in their top list. So yeah, I never really faced High Tide much. I mean, I play a few one-on-one like for a ticket match and stuff like that, and I ran into it, but I had a pretty good record against it. But I tend to play a lot faster decks. So all right, this does feel kind of like a kill-all list, doesn't it? I really wish we hit a land drop there. I'm not sure if it feels like they're waiting to kill something. Put the sliver out, they kill it, we miss a land drop. I think I'm just going to attack without the slivers because we didn't hit our land. And that way, if they have removal, I can Village Rites it. And hopefully we hit a land drop. But we will get in for 2. Got it. I am going to kill one of these. Just so we hit our land drop here. And we'll trip Landscape and hope for the best. Okay, we have hit our land. I'm going to gain some more life here. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to play the automation here. Since we've got double colors, we're all right. So what I said last turn, that's what's going to happen this next turn. These just aren't worth killing anything. So, all right, they're back up to 20. Here we go. Big UFC fight tonight. Ooh, don't know if it's worth purchasing or not, but be interesting to find out. I think there's 2 people, male and female, moving up the ranks. This is a card we don't really see all that often. We'll sacrifice this. It's create a 0/1 black token, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, deals 1 damage. So it's that thing coming back. Here we go. All right, very good drop. Those are not worthy targets. We will save this in a white for this. Then I'll bring out the Griffin. Our nice 4/4. Crack! Automaton and Automation are not... Oh, interesting. I'm one of them. Let's go. I usually say automation, not automaton, or... Yeah. Automaton. That's right. I forgot about that. So if we had both our universals out there, you know, curry favor, we could do like 6 with that. That's nothing to sneeze at, but looks like they're going to be killing a lot of stuff. Is this another cornered by black? Uh-oh, that's like worst case scenario, isn't it? Oh well. At least he's got to kill his own dude, right? Problem is Griffin Rider's going bye-bye, and curry favor's sorcery speed, so we'll try and get him back here. Oh, might as well attack. I'm going to have to trip it now. We lose our whole team. I think it's just a numbers battle. You hear the word automation like thousands of times more than the other. Automaton. Why block if you're going to nuke the team, right? Oh, maybe that's why. Okay, cool. Do that. And this really only counts for one here. Let's get everything right. We'll sacrifice this for, I guess, a plains. And then we'll return the plains. Don't want to overextend here. They can't play chicken too much longer. Coming in for one. Be a fun little outing. It's going to feel nice and digitally clean to check this list off and be like, okay, I have played that on the stream, because I have been staring at this one for months now. And oh, I got my laser light on my leg. There we go. Leg is feeling good. Uh-oh. He's going to gain a lot of life. It's this dark weather. I'm in healing mode from too much pickleball. I've been playing about 6 days a week. Alrighty. This kind of blows, but we'll do our best. Didn't this guy play us last week? I remember this sort of happening in round 1, too. Okay, Sanctuary's up. Kind of want our dudes to come back. This is a really awkward sequence. Griffin Rider's pretty sweet. I think I'm just going to... Do I just want to stick aggro here? Play the Swordmaster? Hey. So the Griffin Rider's no good without the automations. I'll get Griffin Rider back. It's the most likely to pay off. Maybe I'll play one Smitten Swordmaster the real way in case an edict effect happens here. We'll hold on to that plane. Let's go. Oh, we almost had him. The toxic rats got us. At least you could hit us with the Visions artwork, right? Come on now. Yeah, but outside of the Waterbender's water skin for the... I think that's what it's called. That's about the only card that... So far. It'll quench you depending. A fetchable counterspell is pretty nice. Again, courtesy of my son. Son's a lot. I had picked that because I was so biased towards Avatar that I had picked out like 8 cards, and my son kind of was looking at me like, "Dad, these are trash." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right." It's like I was a victim of new card smell for sure. Bam. Going for the trick play, Atman. Oh yeah, temporal isolation, nice. Trash talking his own father, that's right. Raised my boys as equals, so when I'm out of line, they got to call me on it. They're exploring. All rats all the time. Good news is we got Journey. I mean, they're going to trip the rats in response to it and probably get it back, but we haven't seen an Unearth schedule yet. Given the artifacts, though, I'm probably predicting Blood Fountain out of this deal. All right. We're hemorrhaging tempo here. Black Mage's Rod showing up. Makes me want to rebuild 8 rat. Right. The rat is active, and that's no joke because of its ability there. Oh boy, I already know we have this. I'll bring out the Outcast. Drawing very dead, but every one of these triggers it, so. Oh, Celestia Burn as far as like Smitten Swordmaster, I mean our Curry Favor goes. All right. We're really drawing dead here. If we draw like a land next, I'll just scoop this game 1 here. I'll scoop now. Off we go. L. This is just rats. I'm just going to write 8 rats so I know what's going on. Okay. Changeling could probably go. Gonna be hurting for critters on that side of the thing. Foul-Tongue might be able to make a spot here. Bring in 2 of these. It doesn't exile it though, and it's of their choice, but outside of the little wizard token or the other one, I'm not quite sure if that's... You know what? No, let's do the dust to dust plan. There's enough artifacts there. Maybe we can make them pay for some of those choices here. I kind of like these guys because they have a 3 toughness backside. I know Venom can get around that, but for right now, I'm going to keep it like that. We can do that in response. Don't really want to. I'm going to lose 1 Unearth. I know they're going to have some sort of tech for the graveyard and getting things back. I don't know if I want to be... I can't sit on Macabre. I'm just going to chance it. Let's have one option here. Let's do that. All right, here we go. Starting with an ale. Rogue usually does that. Gaetian Javelineers. Woo, bringing me back. Used to be the best target for Skyfisher. All right, mana's good. I'll go like this. Try not to overextend this time. Never a good idea against swamps. I'll lead off with the Barrens. That way we can overextend. Bring on an Outcast automation combo, and then I'll do the thing. See how it writes out the first main phase now. It's like, so the first day or two all these new little changes came out. There were all kinds of hiccups, and games were taking like 50 minutes to start and stuff. I know you got to move forward and make some changes here and there, but it just seemed like they made some pretty drastic ones. Wife and I are playing Ascension all morning. I think we got 6 games in. I'll play Ascension. There's this card, Xenon, I think it's called. We hate him because usually it's kind of a duress that takes any card from your hand. And there's some expensive cards in Ascension. But yet, if you play Xenon, you're always grabbing junk. Or if it's played against you, it always seems like it just grabs junk and it costs a lot. But my son just grabbed the, what was it called? The Hedron Cannon, which is like the most expensive artifact in the game. And I was like, oh my God, that's terrible. Oops, dirt. Here we go. Bring out this. And our automaton. Are there 3 ways to say it, or am I mispronouncing one of the 3? Here we go. Kind of a hodgepodge of good stuff. Sometimes when it works, it feels like, whoa, there's really something here. Other times, not so much. Oh, I'm not sure if that's worthy of that. Let's, if he wants to trade these, I'm going to do it. This feels like the last game. Crashing on through. We're probably going to get them to like 8, and then they're going to be able to reset the board with the combo there. But we do have a journey in our hand. Play this one a little more aggro. That's cool. Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. Bog shutting off our come from the graveyard plan. You know, I'm just going to play this out so we can keep aggro up. I've got a draw option if they've got 1-for-1 removal, and then we'll just tap them for 1 again here. Don't like our odds here. They're trying to kill everything, and our everything is a bit weak on the one side. Unless we get, you know, slivers out in mass. Now we only have 2 left because there are only 3 main deck here. So good times, good times. Yeah, to the job story, I know that, gosh, I guess we lose Night's Whisper here. Costco's always, at least here in the United States, it's always voted as like one of the top like 5 places to work, and especially when you add in benefits and stuff, which are all gonna like quadruple in another 2 months or something. So that's not gonna feel good. Had my last bad chess class. The kids that were terrible was on Wednesday. And half of them showed up, and they were still as bad as ever. It was terrible. Felt like making them do push-ups and run laps instead. If they were my kids, that's what would have happened. But my Friday class, which was obviously yesterday, went really well. Having a really good time with them. Yeah, I'm probably going to stop. I've just, I don't know if that's really worth. If he wants to trade here, I think I'm fine with this. I'm just going to attack. If he wants to kill the Furbished Familiar, that's fine. But yeah, the chess one, it's like I really wanted it to be more of a mentoring like pretty good players into being great players. And there's some kids that know their stuff and things, but for the most part, it's kind of starting to feel like glorified babysitting with some chess thrown in. So that part's a little frustrating. Okay, bargain. They get 4 instead. That's fine. Already got rat math here. All right. I'll extend a bit more here. Guess the Swordmaster. Ooh. Yep, Nimchimsky, yeah. It's got all my paperwork in, waiting for the orientation call, which will probably. So because of that, I was going to kind of keep that under wraps and just let everybody know I had a job, but because of just the nature of it, and it technically being only like a seasonal position at start, I'm trying to be Johnny on the spot and take every shift I can and never say no to anything. And so because of that, it might affect propaganda because obviously if you're a long timer there, you're going to want your weekends off. And so I might redo the intro where it just says, mysterious startup shows. And they'll just happen when they happen, I guess, right? Here we go. I'm considering keeping this in my hand. 1 life versus another familiar showing up. Let's attack first. See where we're at. Because I think Griffin Rider's going bye-bye. Got 3 mana available. Here's a cast down probably. Nope. All right. Well, we'll still hit him for 5 at this rate. It's not that much. Boom. Kind of method ran. This is a deck a long time ago sent in by a guy who walks alone. It's Shapeshifters with all kinds of little doohickeys. It's like when this scenario happens, it's awesome, but it can be a little clunky. All right, I'm going to play this out. Just keeps giving us some life here. We got the rights back up. I'm surprised the Griffin Rider's still alive. Reckner's Bargain's been showing up like crazy. Packed All Terror. All right, well, there's a target. Let's get rid of that straight away. Shift Shapers. That's a good name for it. Yeah. Or Chain Shapers. Chained Shapers? Who knows? Let's bring out this. Taking down the terror. Or a Crypt right away from this game just going bye-bye. So, God, does he have another one? At least it's not gained 4 life, though. All right. Might have wanted to do that in response, because then we would have had to nix our own, like, Changeling. Actually, I probably would have taken the sword, or taken out the Changeling, recast the other Changeling, had to commit to all in. But right now, we're getting in 4-7. Nothing to sneeze at. Trying to not overextend here. All right. Fate came calling. At least we know they don't have the this means they don't have Crypt Rats in their hand, unless they're taking something of the alcoholic persuasion, libation, whatever you want to say. Hey, we've got 2 more cards. The good news is we drew Night's Whisper, so we can kind of refill too. We're gaining life steadily with Smitten Swordmaster, so it's not nothing. Sacrifice a creature. That's a 0/1. This is unblockable. I guess we'll keep out our life, dude. They are trying to hurt our life over and over again. Let's see where this goes. Oh, Fat Wizard. Reminds me of the that wizard in the old He-Man cartoon. Talk about dating myself. All right. Echoing Decay. You don't see that very much anymore. Orko. That's right. Mindstab Troll with the knowledge. All right. Not what I wanted to see. Let me draw some cards here. See what we can do. No response. Let's go. Alrighty. Well, we could get rid of the rod and what? Not much. But till next turn, it's something, right? Let's do it. We'll do this, and I guess we'll do this. Heck with it. Turn off some black sources. Ooh. Oh my gosh, when you're at, I had to take a drug test and I figured I'd have to, use the restroom, but they don't do it that way. They have you save up spit for like 5 minutes and you can't even talk, and you're just like, they put this swab in your mouth and you have to soak it for like 10 minutes. It's so weird. And then you just see all these little dials rise up, and it's kind of amazing technology. This paper turning color, there's like 8 little lines that all go up at different phrases and stuff, but clean as a whistle. We have seen Crypt Rat, so this is a little disturbing. Well, I would imagine, everything's kind of a drug, right? Caffeine and alcohol are allowed, because that's definitely in my system. All right. Well, now, I guess we try to bait out the deal. Let's do this, and this. Bring out Irregular Cohort. That way we don't get hit. Kind of trick them into doing the thing with Crypt Rat. Hopefully it doesn't have the venom on it, but by now it might. They're about halfway through the list. So we get 2 life here. This guy just looks goofy. It's like, yeah, you don't stand out at all. Even the duck's like, who's this dude? All right, let's pitch this. We're tired of drawing lands. I got plenty of white. Let's go get a black. Boop. Do this. I guess we could bring this back. This does the same. I'll bring back the Scoured Barrens. Yeah, that's the tricky thing. THC is legal in the states here, or in California, but Costco is notorious for not liking marijuana users. So they have the right to axe you, even though. That's true. Yeah, but if I do draw another changeling, it adds up. Either way, I gain 1 life. Alrighty. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Now, to attack first or later? Let's attack first. Going for 2. All right, well, that works. And now we'll do the thing. I'm going to keep this Barrens in my hand. Likely to not get there, but just in case. We've already seen some discards, so I don't want to have to pitch Journey to Nowhere. In the Art of the Duck, yeah. Oh, there's a really cool there it is. Somebody knows how to play Magic. There's a new show called Pluribus. I think I'm really enjoying it. It has that super awesome actress. I think her name's Rhea Seehorn. She was from Better Call Saul, one of my favorite actresses ever, especially because of that series. And she's in it. And it's kind of like this alien frequency infects the planet. And it's I recommend it, though. It's really cool. It's a little long-winded on some of the shots, but it does help for the overall atmosphere. Well, this is good timing, huh? We'll do this. Cast here. Target creature or 2 target zombie cards. See if I do this, can I... Yeah, we'll get this and these guys. Boop. No response. Do I just go all in here? Let's give it a go. They're at 1 mana. I'm going to go for it, guys. I'm going to do this. We're going to be gaining, I don't know, 4 or 5 life here. Still going to attack with the Changeling Outcast. Gain some life here. Really don't want to see another familiar because then we will have to trip Journey, but I think I'm just going to smash right into this. And if he wants to trade a Refurbished for a Universal, I'm cool with that because we're probably going to lose stuff anyway. So let's go. Coming in for 2. They're Heckbent. Yeah, hopefully they're not sitting on a Unearth style card here. They do only have 1 mana, which really influenced my turn here. So who wants to get beat by blue changelings that are about as get noticed in a crowd of 2 people? We're gonna get there with our wannabe patient play. Yay, we got there. W. Problem with the Griffin, though, is it's just such a target. People are just like, kill it immediately. Get it. Venomous Changeling. I don't think I want to be there. I'd rather be able to get one of our creatures back. I know they do have graveyard removal. We still haven't really seen any graveyard action from them yet. So, I don't know. Does that require another one of these? I think we're going to just roll this back like this with that slight change. Maybe we can get back maybe our Slivers or a Griffin Rider when they use good removal for it. In a crowd of 2 people and a duck. What also floats in water? You saw the top of the show. Pretty big Monty Python fan here. Hey, we got to pitch this. Mulligan. 21 lands and we get stuck with 1. Oh my goodness. Could this get any slower? We're trying to be the aggro here. Removal, answer, draw. We got to mulligan this. Oh, God. I guess we keep this. We're not casting this anytime soon. I want this to refill. Say done. God, this is frustrating. I guess I lead off with the automation and go. Automaton. I haven't looked Mtmentat. Does anybody know if... actually, I haven't looked in the last 2 days, so if there's some new ones showing up. Aren't they all spoiled? Because I think today is like the pre-release. Like if you want to in-store, I think it was today. I might have that information wrong. Just give me a swamp. Thanks list. Thanks. Yeah, so I imagine whatever is on the list is what they're coming out with. What I heard them to say out of, I think I used to remember them saying like 300 out of 300, you know, so you knew like when the list was done, but the last few sets, if I remember right, haven't been doing that. So. Get 2 life just like that. Boom, boom. Oh, this list used to run Cabera Crossroads, Kybera, I forget how you pronounce them. There was a bit too much coming into play tap lands, and so I swapped those out. Oh, somebody needs to draw. Or they have, some sort of like Rector's Bargain effect, and they don't want to use it on their land, so they're going to use it on the clue token, which suggests that they already have another Toxin Analysis in their hand, so tread lightly. All right, well, at least I can do something with my mana, right? And we did get a duel, so these used to be the artifact duels. I just didn't see a reason to have artifact ones in here, and since I lost the gain 2 life lands, I made this swap. If Guy Who Walks Alone's watching this later, I'm sure they've played a lot more rounds with it than I have, but that's how we go. Now we've got a little bit of a draw outlet in the Spellbomb here. We're going to Night's Whisper no matter what next turn. Unless that happens. Stuff's going to die. I'm going to let this go. I'll run right into that if need be. All right, let's do this. This and this for a whisper. All right, gain some life. We're going to attack. They don't know that we drew the Griffin Rider. I don't want them to block. Here we go. Sets a precedent too, you know. It's like we have established these aren't worthy trades. But once the Griffin Rider shows up, they might think otherwise. Crap. Running shy on resources here. Yeah, I gotta keep that. I guess I have to get rid of rights here. Really hope to hit just a plains here. Oh my goodness. Well, we do have Unearth effects, so I'm gonna lose the Rider. Boy, somebody doesn't want to play Crypt Rat, do they? Kind of a counter strategy. This is not looking good. We should have brought Arms of Hadar, knowing that this was going to be our fate. This way, if we Night's Whisper, find a swamp, we can trip the Spellbomb and at least get another card out of the deal. Or this. Boop. Night's Whisper going down. Uh-oh, that doesn't help. Yo, boy, this looks like a loss, guys. This is a lot of damage coming our way. More than half our life. Smack. And it gets worse. We're just quitting here. We need to draw so much of stuff that we don't even have. So, Atman, good job. You got the job. We will say custom match. Like, is this where I host it? 2 and create. There we go. All the, you know, they just change stuff to change it. I don't know. The rows of what tables are available. Everything seems strange. Well, we got one win out of the two. My laser has run out. Let me turn it on again. There we go. Whoop. So yeah, I even considered, because of the landscapes, maybe going with the what's it called, the Asban one, and putting in the green 1/3. What's that guy called? The changeling that you can sacrifice either, what is it, a creature or an artifact? Never be thrilled by that. Yeah, Mass Vandal, that's the one. For the 1 in like 90 times that you want to actually cycle one of these, but I don't really think it's worth it, especially if you get marooned on the wrong colored land there. So we'll see. All right, well, we've got our Griffin, but that's about it. 4 lands. We're on the draw. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to risk it or biscuit mood today. Forest, good call. All right. Is a Thermokarst in our future? Maybe. So maybe we just lead off with Landscape. Play Rider. This will determine a lot here. Another Rider. Yeah, I'll just play this. In the odd case that this is a Thermokarst sort of play. Regardless, we can just get a swamp out of the deal and then play our Griffin Rider. Uh-oh. This is the deck that this deck doesn't like. And I knew we were going to see this, because in the one little note I had was this is a very bad list against Hexproof, which is why it has that Feral Tongue whatever card, which I think could be upgraded. But I didn't want to change too much to the list. But yeah, this is going to be quick. This might give him pause, right? See Swamp show up. Be like, oh no. He's got an Edict effect. That's when you wish Journey to Nowhere was an Oblivion Ring. Okay, these Griffin Riders aren't going to be very impressive until they get a little dude underneath them, which will have to be sacked to stay alive with, but hey, whatever. I'm almost glad the sound of rain has stopped. When you like rain as much as I do, and it stops, it's kind of depressing. So I'd rather be engaged in a game, and then when the stream is over, then hopefully the rain turns up again, and I get a nice little TV show out our window. All right. Yep, this is so overpowered versus us, especially game 1 here. Taking 7, getting absolutely obliterated. Let me write down Hex before we forget. Couldn't have started off with two worse matchups, like a kill-all list and then Hexproof. Those are the two that, you know, RDW is not going to be that great either, but we do have quite a bit of life gain, so we can hang in there a bit, but not against stuff like this. Yeah, we're not going to show them the rest of the list. We're just going to draw an L and go get our backup plan, which isn't too much. This used to have all 4 feral tongues in here, and I was like, what are the odds we're going to see hexproof? Well, y'all know what that answer is, right? So Venomous is definitely going to be good here. These don't technically have... I guess I can get rid of 2 of these. I think I want to be on 2 Hadars, too. Oh, Leave No Trace for sure. Yeah, I thought between Leave No Trace and the 2 of these, and the rare chance that we saw it, which of course is 100% because I'm streaming, that's going to happen. I really want to make room for 2 Hadar. If we do, we are able to reset the board or play this and then have this be the only creature available. I want that to be a thing. Alrighty. We could probably lose in on a few of these. 2 Journeys is just going to be completely wasted. So let's get rid of all of these and put the other ones back. Rites. Chant. Maybe a Journey to Nowhere to just get our life total back up. Hey yo, Broke Mifa. Hey, you stream really well. Love to become your dedicated fan and support you. Mind adding me on Discord? Samboss1. You could send me a yeah. Let me. I'll try to remember to do that. I'm on there only about once a week, but thank you for that. Oh, let me scroll back up here. Was that? Oh, was that a spam bot? Thank you for catching that. I got my guard down when I'm streaming. Yeah, I want to play first. Okay, well we do have this. We've got this and Hadar. We'll keep this. Got to slow roll it. Got a Scorpion too. I mean, think of a lot worse hand here. Play this out. I'm going to just go get a swamp right now. Thank you, mods, whoever that was. This way I can drop Outcast, Basilica, either play the Venomous or have Hadar back up, or I mean at least Foul-Tongue Invocation if they go crazy again with kind of the one plan, meaning like one dude and they start stacking it. Let's go. Because this is like, if I was to play this competitively, I would probably swap out, you know, the 2/1 guy for this. Because the only creature usually that they have in a hexproof scenario that isn't or that isn't enchanted is a little token, and that one gets around it. This one, it has to be kind of a solo, so we'll do this here. Dropping that. Here we go. Bringing this back. All right. I have to say I did quite a few double takes at this list. I was like 3 slivers? I'm like, what is that for? And then you start playing it and you're like, oh, I get it. Oh, boop. Let me go here and here. There we go. Your text bar is not working. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Should be working now. It's a problem with interfacing with OBS at this stage. It always likes... It's like your cursor's over there and not in the game and stuff. It's something they have to fix, I think. Is it working better now? No response. Boy, it'd be really cool to find our Leave No Trace. Boom, 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 boom. I don't think we need the swamp quite yet. We probably will be better off with the land here. We do have Hadar active. I'm feeling pretty good about this. So we're going to bring out this dude, which can trade with anything that doesn't have first strike. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll have like an 8/8 trample life gain, but not first strike. And then we can hold them off with our scary looking Scorpion. Little Ichor Claws. Okay. I think they saw swamp and they thought graveyard shenanigans. Somebody write something so I know the text is working again, please. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Fortunately now I might have to cast Hadar just to clear the board of these tokens, which is something that the... oh, what's that guy called? Gosh darn it. I can see the card. All right. I was going to go all in on the token, huh? All right. Marauder. That's the one. I'm curious why they would go kind of all in on that unless they have like a huge turn next turn, right? So do I Hadar here or chill? Kind of weird. Curse Marauder, that's the one. Yeah. Interesting scenario, guys. Well, that is Foul-Tongue is an instant. We do have a Changeling in our hand. Let me double check the wording on this. Okay, as an additional cost to cast a spell, you may reveal... Oh, so we do have a dragon in our Changeling. Target player sacrifices a creature of their choice. If you reveal the dragon, then we can gain 4 life. All right, so to do the thing, I really only have to reveal it. So I could technically play something else, but yeah, let's not do that. I'll keep this guy back on defense. No, that doesn't make any sense. I'm just going to attack here with this dude. We'll act meek. And hopefully catch him off guard. I know Hadar will technically work here. Good thing about Foul-Tongue Invocation, it is an instant. It looks very out of focus too. Like they zoomed in on the artwork way too far. Like you can't really make... Nothing's crisp. Really strange. We'll let that go. Let that go. It's got more. Cool. We'll do this. You, sir, will reveal a dragon. Take that. Wow, they're sticking around. I would have thought they would have quit. That would be them. I'd concede in a second, says Zamakir. Being very honest, I think I'm in the same boat there. All right, let's bring out the hitters. We'll just do this. Bring out the slivers here. Turn up our clock a little bit. Bloop. And coming in for 4. 8 next turn. Nothing to sneeze at. Now we can sit back on Hadar if need be. Going to another game 3. Deck's pretty good at getting the game 3s. The problem is it's not very good at winning game 3s. The nuance of it and just the sheer newness. It's just people are like, wait, what the heck is going on here? Fine by me. All right. Yeah, I didn't read that part. It'd be cool if it was a, what's the word I'm looking for? Do I just wax it now? I think I do. I really respect this style of list, so I'm just going to cast Hadar now. This way they have to draw a creature and an enchantment to just stay with me. And they have to block on top of that. There's a very rare scenario they could have like pulled that off. It's going to shut the door. Slivers. Yeah, we only got 3 slivers. Technically a whole lot more. Well, I think it might be worthy of keeping in 1 journey if they go that route again. Just 1. And that does add to their ancestral mask thing, and there's a small outside scenario. Should I? That's folly. That's not going to happen. Let's bring this back in. Stabby. All right, we'll do the superstitious shuffle. Put a Foul-Tongue between the Scoured Barrens. Yeah, I can bring it up here. Let's see. Oops. There we go. As an additional cost if you reveal a dragon. If you reveal the dragon or control a dragon. Yeah, so I didn't even have to do the thing. Yep, here we go. Don't like our odds, but we're going to give it a go. It's one of those creative lists that I've always wanted to just throw at the stream and, who cares if I win or lose, just see how it goes. We've got a thing. We'll keep. Open this up. Play our Scoured Barrens. Hope for the best. Hey, we got early pressure in the Griffin Rider. So I'll probably Barren Swamp, Griffin Rider, then drop Automaton and go from there. Keep. Sheltering Landscape. Probably get in a forest. 6 cards left. Let's go. Hey, that's not bad. We'll bring out our Barrens. We've got our Edict Math out. It's probably an enchant land. If I keep it a 1-lander. Okay. Isn't a Power Ranger, it's a Common Rider. Mind Stab, you got it all. Barrens in gear, yeah, we're trying to do our Pauper version of a Sarah Angel here. Ooh, I like this a lot. And we might win this one, guys. This is looking better and better. This was a bit of a misplay. I probably should have played the Seraph Sanctuary there. It really doesn't matter, the order, but... Got some sneaky toys here in the matchup we are supposed to lose. All right. Boggle. Doing the thing. This is usually where Ethereal Armor comes out. Is it Rancor? Goggle or Boggle? Oh, that's frustrating. There's a token we care about. All right. Might be able to just block that, do the thing, do that, play our dude out here. I don't know if I should be leaving my Leave No Trace out. Of course, I could play defense here, wait for him to rack up the goods, play Leave No Trace, and then do the thing. I think I like that. This is kind of a quintessential turn, and doing 4 damage right now isn't all that great. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to chill out. Right now we're representing good defense. They're going to have to commit. Might just call green and still take out the Bogle with the Griffin Rider. Yeah, I know, Nimchimsky, I totally agree. I just didn't want to change too much. There's part of me that wanted to show off this new tech, you know. Keep it in the tool bag or in the Rolodex. If it said non-token, it would be just awesome. Like, sacrifices a non-token creature of their choice. Then it would be like, ooh, that's really something. But And the instant speed is pretty nice. Yeah, last game it was better. That's right. Yeah, there's always going to be those scenarios, right? Okay, I like this. More green enchantments. Kind of encouraging him to, you know, overdo it. Of course, that isn't a ethereal armor we have to keep in mind. If one of those hits, we might have to call white. And by white, I mean we will. Okay. I really need Hadar to show up here. There it is. This would normally be game over. I'd really like to be able to nab the other one here. 1, 2, 3. We'll do this on this. And block. Get rid of one of the problems. Grogberg's in the house. Where you been, buddy? Hopefully having vacation and Mai Tais on the beach or something. Here we go. Hey, that's pretty cool. So let's do the sliver package. And we got him on a little faster clock here. I think I'll block with the slivers. Let's tempt fate here. Next turn I will Night's Whisper. At least I have a blocker here. I can always Ghoulcaller's Chant it back. Have another blocker. As long as Selhana's not in the picture. We have done a Selhana window washing commercial as one of our first ones. Yeah, and leave in your chat up above. Sorry I didn't catch it till now. Yeah, optimally would have been another like white enchantment to go along with that. But against Hexproof, you got to kind of play defense. Crap. No response. Why does this deck always have everything? I should have waited one more turn. It's only an 8/8. Jeez, oh, Bezo. This is crazy. Where is our Scorpion? That's not even going to help because it has first strike. Dang it. I wish when you curry favored it let you draw a card like kind of a cycle ability. That is not the case. Let's draw. Okay. Do this. We just kind of have to hope that they don't have the land, right? I messed up here. I messed out on one life. I should have cast this first. Oh, I guess we could just return this, so it's not a mess up. Is that the right one? There's not much else we can do here. We'll gain a life. We'll try to negate some of this. I'll attack here. Keeping his life even at the moment. They hit us for 8. we make them take 0. Get the right sequence. I don't think we have enough time here, guys. We do only have one leave no trace, so there's that. We can gain 3 life back. Yikes! It might not be enough. They're at 0 cards, so that feels good. Gain 4 life with the Foul-Tongue if we have to. We can also do the Smitten Swordmaster for 1, 2. I guess it could be. Could it be 3? Yeah, it could be 3. That's still not going to be enough. Unless they just misclick. Don't really want to have to. Yeah, if I had a time machine in live, but at the time white seemed like the superior choice to go with there. Oh, yeah. Bring this out for that. Yeah, I don't think there's a way out of this unless we just do a whole lot of blocking here. This can't block. This is what it's going to cost to cast the Foul-Tongue. So let's do that now. So maybe they'll screw up. Choose the player. Use up. I don't know why we gain 3 life back. 4 here. We'll curry favor. All right. Got 11 life. That's 2, 4, 6 we can absorb there. Let's come on over for that. We can draw another Foul-Tongue and maybe we can do the thing, right? Let me see. I should really keep those back. It'd be amazing if we draw a Foul-Tongue. If this was like a tribal enchantment, that'd be so sweet. Just Ghoulcaller's chant it back. Like, sucker! Woo! Come on, just draw a land. Do what all Bogle's pilots usually do. Damn it, not that. God, it's like double indemnity there. Here, I get another Edict bait target and then go get more good stuff. What did I get? Oh man, only a Boggle out of the deal? Oh, Rancor, never mind. Yep. 15, 2, 4, 6. We can stop. 9 will get over. We will block to stay alive. Yeah. We're alive. It's a desperate outing, I say. None of that really helps that much. Yeah, this is a lost cause here. Let's cast this. 2 target zombies. You and you. Come on back. Cast this here. We had another couple Seraphs out. That might make a difference, right? As it sits, we're in deep trouble. We'll do this. Gaining life. I don't know why I'm going through the motions here. We've lost. Do this. Gain another life. And then if we... Oops. If we do this, we'll gain another life. Ah! Now we can block 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. We have to give up our whole team just to stay alive here. Shall we? Let's do it. Going through the motions. We have lost badly. I'm going to write the L already. Same as last game. Lost first game. Next to deadbeat. Makes me wonder, maybe keeping in 2 journeys might have been the right call, but then in the rare case that we Foul-Tongue, or excuse me, leave no trace and have to choose white, that would be really awkward. Alrighty. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 7 will get through, so I have to do the super block here. This is just for show. Nothing more. We lose our entire team. But we're alive. Suggesting we have some secret tech that's going to make us come all the way back. Ranker laughs at that logic. Well, we do have the creature for that ability, right? Yeah. You know, there's the weird off chance that this person doesn't understand the first strike rule. I highly doubt it. but we'll pretend like we don't understand it too, and see if they're gonna go for it. Highly doubt it. We might as well cast our dude out from exile here. Little resilience. I mean, a 15/11 trample first strike's pretty hard to deal with for even a modern deck, right? But this is at least showcasing that kind of has a little bit of staying power. I'll attack, can't block anyway. Let's go. Only 45 more times. Do they know the thing? If they don't attack, this is horrible, because not only does trample kill us, but first strike obviously gets around death touch. So I just think it's every once in a blue moon somebody will be like, "Oh, I don't want to touch that poisonous thing." Oh, that's a good point, Mind Stab. At least we'll be able to kill a standard bear here. All right, they got us. That would have been funny if they didn't attack with it. Yeah, I got to use the restroom, guys. Hopefully emptying my bladder will make our luck change, because we are 0-2. But hey, I predicted that we were probably going to go, what was it, 2-3? So well on our way. One of my favorite skits, courtesy of Comedy Bang Bang. It's 3 little trailers in a row, all set within a old band card, if I remember. I'll be right back.
Everything was going great for Ned Eastman. The perfect wife.
You're the perfect wife.
The perfect job.
Gosh, I have the perfect job.
But he had one dark secret.
I never ever want to see another physician, ever.
Your only hope is to ingest one specific fruit every 24 hours. Or I can guarantee I will be seeing you. No!
Coming this summer.
You can't keep me away! You can't keep me away!
An apple a day.
Looks pretty great, right?
I don't know, Scott. I mean, it seems like the writers had a title first and then worked backwards from there.
I don't know what you're talking about, Reggie. I mean, it's a great title, great plot, interesting character, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to disagree. But what we can both agree on is that this next movie I'm in is going to be pretty awesome.
After not having made the basketball playoffs in over 50 years, the Wilson High School Devils fought their way to the championship game when their star player was injured.
Now, Jimmy here, he gave his all in the first half, and we are going to honor his sacrifice. To Jimmy!
They might not have had vision.
No, actually, Jimmy, you already, okay, if you need to do that one too.
But they had a lot of heart. There's no I in team.
I love that one even more.
Oh my gosh, I bet you there's even a third one.
Is there ever?
Hey, you! You know what that bright star is?
Polaris.
So you'd think that today of all days, you'd know not to lean against my wall!
Don't lean on an old crone's wall under the light of the Northern Star.
Whether you choose land or creatures, soil matters. Our abundant growth line of products models the mixture of common soil, causing a groundswell of nutrients to attain giant growth. From our fungus fertilizers to our saproling spray, you can take the guesswork out of your next colony garden. Other products leave you only harsh sustenance compared to our superior brews. Abundant growth, a reviving dose to whatever target you choose.
Available at Fallon's Upkeep.
And we're back. Alrighty. Hey, LA might be a nice call. We're in the queue. Looking at some goods here. I seem to remember there might be a better thing than Ghoulcaller's Chant in 1 black. I haven't done the search on that in a bit. I think it's the one with the same name though, but So that's kind of a bummer. All right, very. This is kind of clunky. We've got 2 kind of endgame cards and 2 support cards, and no mana till I turn 3. I'm going to mulligan this. Oh, draw the pennant. We have 3 critters. If we even get stuck, we're on the draw. I'm going to keep this. I think I'll lose the Changeling. Say done. This could go south real quick. We do have 21 lands in this. It runs a little hot, so. Blood Fountain. That might be a better call. There's another Barrens. All right, things are looking up, unless they have a Thermokarst. Got a little lucky with 2 green lists here, but one of them is the one we do not want to see ever, Hexproof. But we did win that second game. That felt pretty good. But now that I've shown that card, maybe we'll do the old what would you learn a little bit early before the next few rounds and see if we can't make some changes. Actually, I can't quite remember. Was Blood Fountain even printed when he sent me this list? I've got the email somewhere, but it would take me an hour to find out all those details. All right. We'll bring this out and probably I'll just play this out to discourage an attack. Much rather trade, even though they don't know that we've just drew Griffin Rider, which we don't want to trade. But okay, I get an Acid Mossed here, or is this 2021? Would it be 4 years ago? You know, I wouldn't want to bet against that. It might be just before that, because every time I say like 2 years, it ends up being 3 or 4. My wife's been catching me doing that a lot lately, where it's just like, I'm like, I guess so. Hey, this is kind of cool. I mean, it's clunky, but we'll bring this out. At least we have a blocker, and we don't miss a land drop here. These look so similar. You got to be really careful art-wise, right? Here we go. Red shows up where we are dead. This is like a tier 5 list versus tier 2, maybe even 1, depending on how it's built. Thanks for the info there, Nimchimsky. Innistrad. Crimson Vow in 2021. That was the one with that horrible, like, black and white art, but it's not true black and white. They just did like a Photoshop color wash over it, like the cheapest way you can do it. So there's no like depth of field. Uh-oh, that is a mountain-based persuasion. All right. Oh boy, are they really running something of that effect? So the problem here is if they've got removal, they're going to tag our Universal Automaton after we block. This pause is making me think like they accidentally flew into it, so I'm going to make them have it. Let's go. Or I could do the other one, but let's try to trade. Yep, they got it. I'm going to take out the automation or automaton. It's such a long pause there is the reason I really went forward with that, because I thought, alrighty. I've not hit a land, but we have done that. Let's bring out some unblockables. Do this and this. Attack here. Go get a land out of the deal. Always yield. Let's see. We've got plenty of white. We'll go back on that. And let's get this out here too. Curry favor. Get him at 12. probably just do it again. It is amazing how few knights there are in the format, but when you add up Shapeshifters, it's kind of cool. I've been having a lot of fun, speaking of this artwork, or to this artwork. See that crow? He's kind of like serenading or whatever. I've gotten just some amazing crow stories this last week. Was at Costco, of course, got a huge thing of peanuts, so I'm very liberal with how much I give them now, and I've been surrounded by a murder of about 40 to 50 of them. It's like I'm just swallowed up by like ribbons of midnight. It's so cool. In the middle of the day, there'll just be all these crows around me. Still haven't had one like make contact, or obviously you want that iconic, like they sit on your shoulder and they're that comfortable with you, but for now, whatever. Let's go. We've got our Ghoulcaller's Chant. I could always just keep blocking with, if we could just have a ton of changelings like this and just start cycling the Swordmaster, recasting it, blocking with it, Unearth or Soul Callers, chanting it back, and then doing Curry Favor over and over again. That'd be pretty long-winded, but it'd be pretty funny too. Sounds like a Nimchimsky deck. Super mid-range. Don't see any ways to gain life. If we can get him to that trap, I think it's the third one. Yeah, third one. So we'll put the extra ones on this with the Forge. That's why I really like Changeling. Just can't block it. Normally this is just a wash. Chimnimsky. All right, we might as well get that dude down. Hey, check that out. That's pretty cool. Wow. Okay. I guess we'll do that. Let's see, that's 2-4 and then the 1. Do I want to do that or the other one? Let's assume this one's going to die. Bring out the bird. I think I'm just going to Curry Favor again. And then I'll cast one of the guys here. Cast away. This kind of matchup where this guy's like, how can I be losing to this jank pile? And he's right. Sure. So even a Cannonade effect here doesn't work because of our... oh, that works. Boop. So now we'll be able to maximize this next turn. I was figuring that thing would die, so let's go. I don't plan on blocking, so I might as well get in 2 extra damage. It's going to be very relevant because if we could attack with that Changeling, be unblockable, they'll be... It doesn't even matter because we'll be able to trap them to death if they don't have a way of doing that. I'll go Forge. Let me double check here. This is... yeah, Forge goes to trap. Forge. We'll put it on this, obviously. Choose this one, please. Here we go. Ooh, unless I got like a bolt or something. Taking about 6 if I block the elf here. Something wicked this way comes. What is it? Some massive creature. It's headed our way. Keep that Smitten Swordmaster up in case the pirates show up, which this might be. Do we get a 6/3 pirate? No. It's even nastier. As long as I don't have life, I'm cool with it. Sweet. You know, this is gonna die anyway. Ah, we got this. I'm still gonna block. Just they got some super scenario. Other scenario, we attack, they block, sacrifice. We don't gain the life. This way, we gain the life, just in case they have some really weird tricknology. Pangolin Ranger. Pangolin Wrangler. All right. Here we go. sense in showing our stuff. We'll do this here. Cast. Sure, we'll grab a... Oh, we could just do this, right? To our hand? Yeah, let's just do this. Oh, okay. So now maybe because of that, they'll... Oh, okay. I said no quitters, but they still quit. So, well, there's our first win of the day. These things have been going pretty long, so we're going to do the thing. You know what? Let's do a little trickery here. Not quite sure if... Maybe we bring in one blood fountain. Let's try that. I don't think I want two for right now, or to go off which one of these is going to be superior, but I think we go like that. Get a little bit of synergy with throwing stuff in the yard here. Let's do that little change up and see how we feel. In our sideboard. Haven't seen, you know, the second, if I trim any of these, we're going to run up against like zombie combo or one land spy main and stuff like that. So, all right, round 3. Lackerding, man, I haven't said your name in ages. Good to have you with us, my friend. Been a long time. Oh, we're 1-2 with an asterisk. I said at the top of the show, this is probably a 2-3 at best outing deck, but it just showcases a lot of creativity from our friend, Guy Who Walks Alone, who did the Drain deck that I like to play with the vampires and the scorpions, and not so much the Black Burn, but the other way it's built, and especially with the Kami of False Hope, I think it's called. That's one of my favorite lists, and it's the same inventor of it, but it's got a lot of interesting little synergies and Griffin Riders, and then all these ways of making shapeshifters or changelings into every creature type, so you can attack with this, or that makes this a 4/4, or all kinds of good stuff. So Delphi Guru, I was talking about that at the top of the show, and I'm very guilty of liking the set too much because it's Avatar, and so I'm very biased. I picked out 8 or 9 cards, and then my son looked at me with like a dog hearing a different frequency. He was like, "Dad, those are absolute crap." He was like, "There's like one card in there that might be playable." And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And so, yeah, he was of the opinion that it'll quench you if lessons. I haven't done a deep dive into the Strixhaven set as far as to see if there's a way to abuse that mechanic, because there are a lot of lessons. I like Daily Indoctrination, but he didn't think it was good enough. And then the only other one was the Waterbender's water skin, or the little bag where you get mana on your opponent's turn. Yeah, we're gonna go like that. I think what you just saw was a tier 1 frustration at losing to Jank. It happens. You draw a little bad, don't know what you're up against. Boom, pow, zing. We got him. Drink Cactus. It's the quenchiest. All right. We'll bring out Zoo, shall we? Yeah, well, we don't have a natural white. So let's do this. Get 2 life out of the deal. Seraph. I won a Jeopardy question a few months back knowing that. Only because of magic. Something about this is also known as an angel or something like that. All right. We really don't have anything. Well, we do have Night's Whisper. Let's try that out. We'll give all of our life back and trade it in for 2 cards. Cool. Attack. Go. Going to Orzhov Church here. Jeez. Oh. Hopefully we just draw into a natural plane so I can just drop the Rider and then do something else. These kind of shows, you know, I'm not promising the next big thing. It's just, they're just always fun, you know. You bank it, you put it on the back burner, and then all of a sudden maybe a Changeling set comes out, and you're like, oh, I remember this one with... Then you change 80% of it, and you've got an idea. Let's go. Oh, yeah. I'm going to put me there. Do this again. Go down to 18. I think we might want to just drop a landscape here so we don't have to... Yeah, we'll just do a landscape here. I'll go get white. Boop. Off we go. Opponent's like, what on earth is this? And they are right. Yeah, I'm that way with Lone too, but I was that way with Avatar too, so I'm pretty hyped up here. What is this new devilry? Leyline Weaver. Reach. Tap it. All right, looks like some sort of land destruction list. I'm a little wary of casting our dudes here. Okay. I cast the Rider. Let's get our Rider out. Guess we'll drop Blood Fountain. I do like seeing Blood Fountain just because it's more proactive. Bring back the Swamp. And do nothing. Yeah, Ninja Turtles gets too cutesy. Avatar is a really symbiotic lock with the Magic universe. Even my wife thought so. I was going over some of the cards, and my oldest that almost never plays Magic, he was like, wow, they've really done a good job of like meeting the two worlds. And I was like, I totally agree. Oh, this feels like a Sid Rankin list. Anytime I see the Goblin, Archaeomancer, and Archomancer, shenanigans are about to ensue. We're going to have to trap that big time. Sometimes you can get 2 or 3 sanctuaries online, and all of a sudden you just start gaining a lot of life. It feels pretty cool. Yeah, this is definitely Sid Rankin inspired, if not a direct lift. I haven't watched his channel in long enough to know, but I do know Big Score and this card often go together, along with the Thornscape Familiar and such, to cause endless shenanigans and very quick matchups. Righty, Laughing Mad. Ooh, that looks like Hisoka from, what is that, Hunter X. Will we get another turn? Yeah, if you watch Sid Rankin's channel, he's always playing these sorts of lists. They're always tweaking them. So I think this is the latest iteration of it. If it is, we have no chance, because he's like I was about 7 years ago in tournaments all the time. There's that. All right, we're going to bring in Hadar for sure if we even get that far. And maybe the Foul-Tongue. I mean, not the Foul-Tongue, but the Edict effect. I mean, we've got Journeys already. I don't know if Hadar is going to be fast enough unless they just pause to reset. We could always act meek, you know, and not really represent much of a threat. Here we go. Big Bang Theory booster. Oh, these Geothermal Crevice brings me back. This, and I forget what the other one's called, but gosh, used to always have Storm decks back in the day. Grape Shot probably cost me 200 tickets over time. Bita Reunion. The nice little alternate out. Yeah, this definitely Rankin's style list. It's kind of a plan B when you get all the combo out, but you don't have the combination. You just attack and win. We'll let this guy do his thing here. We got no interaction. Seven mana. 10 mana, I should say. It's amazing what Pauper can do. Everybody kind of rolls their eyes and goes, oh, that slow common format? I'm like, not really. Gosh, back in like 2007, I mention it about every few years, and it was only a 3-round event, but I think it was either Legacy or Vintage that was an event, and I played a Lava Dart, Kiln Fiend, Empty the Warren style list I used to be really fond of called Deluxe Red, and I won it. And granted, it was only 3 rounds, but I did win all 3 rounds, and man, I really pissed off a lot of people. But it was kind of a really neat showcase for Pauper's power. You know, I was like, hey, look at this. You guys are playing $3,000 decks. Mine cost 14 at the time. Yeah, I know. This is a good time to take a body break. Let me roll to a commercial if everybody's kind of bored of seeing this. Pretty cool display. Seize the Storm. Conveniently being cast here. Trample 17/17. And we've got the Bitter Reunion in-house. So just get a bunch of creatures out and swing. Sandstorm Eidolon. Go get. Everything has haste. Who needs Bushwhacker, right? Boop. We'll just let him hit us. Okay. Bonk. We're like negative 23 or something. 38. My intuition math is way off. Well, I do believe sideboards will matter. Not quite sure how much, though. I should have been paying more attention. I don't think we're ever even going to get to this mana. So let's bring in as much hate as we can. Don't think a little bit of life's going to do too much. Maybe both Macabres. Yeah, I do. I've got Journeys. Blood Fountain's not going to do anything in this matchup. I could probably draw into an answer. These look a little slow too. I don't think we have to stand a chance here. Alrighty. Red. Yep. Okay, we've got a Seraph. We do have a little bit of an aggro style hand we'll keep. Lead off with some life. Do the thing. If we get a plains, that would be ideal. Any creature shows up, first creature out, we're just going to have to journey it because this deck just is like a powder keg of, but it's kind of a glass cannon too. It's like a pithing needle effect. You can just dink, take out one little creature, poke it in the eye. It's like, pauses it long enough that you can do the thing. Alrighty. Not the best, but we do gain a little life, but it's not going to matter when we're getting to negative 30s when we do get hit. This way, if we get a plains, I believe it might be best to do Griffin Rider, then swing with Sliver, but in all honesty, next turn we're going to have to be casting Journey to Nowhere, and we don't have white mana for it. Alright, and we'll take some life here, try to hit our mana. Let's go, mana. Well, would have been nice if it was a plane. I did add an extra one to the list. Coming in. Or planeless. There's part of the problem. Uh-oh. Three mana because of the reduced effect. Bitter Reunion. What are they discarding here? That sure is a beautiful piece of art, the geothermal crevasse, as people in England would say. Can't say I've ever seen this because it's one of the new sets from the new card set, but pretty cool. Spider Avatar. I don't even think they were doing that last turn. Oh, they're just going to outrace us? Is that it? It's the kind of decks you have to play like 30 times to really get the hang of, but you also have to be beaten by them about that many times to really get kind of like what's working and why. Hey, this is pretty cool. I mean, we're just DOA right here, so let's bring this out, and I guess we bring this back. I attack with everything. They want to trip a Thornscape for that. I'm cool with it. The Leyline Weaver. Pretty neat little card. We're representing that we have cast down. I'm not yielding to the turn, just in the hopes that maybe it buys us something here. It's 4 or more, right? Yeah, 4 or greater, untap it. They've got big score. Here we go. Yield to this. Think we're dead here. Well, they do only have 3 cards. Will it be enough? Probably. It's funny. Well, Hexproof's a real deck, but I was going to say that Gruul list was like, might be our only win today, and it's like probably the highest tiered list on there, but Hexproof is right there too, though. I think the overall win percentage of a Gruul ramp list is higher. But for an unprepared metagame, things can get crazy. Check that out. Big old fatty showing up. What is he now? 6/6. That's all. 1 card in their hand. Yeah, it's got a lot of nice staying power here, man. If we grab Hadar right now, it's going to be so epic. Hadar. No, it's not Arms of Hadar. They do need all their creatures here, though. We'll play this out. Can we even live next turn? If I do play this, we can actually threaten a blocker. And if we draw a double plane, we can do something with it. So, because we can do the sliver effect, you know. So we'll do this, this, and this. We'll gain some life here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just cast it because we already have dragons out. You go to 19 here. Can't block, so I might as well attack. Here we go. So maybe deter these guys from coming over. So we might get there. Doubt it. Another plane would be just epic here. Epic here. Epic here. Not epicure. FRF6, yes. You not playing the Pauper final? Nah, I haven't played a tournament in quite a while. Most of my time spent prepping for the show or doing our little spoof commercials. It's been a while since I was grinding. Used to do it all the time, but not so much anymore. Okay, well, the trample's going to be silly there, so let's at least do this. Do that. All right, Barrens, not the greatest. Okay, next turn, maybe we Alpha Strike. Yeah, right now I'm just going to take out the big guy. Big guy. Gonna get. No, they just swing out with everything. I lose anyway, but I have to just pretend that I have removal, so I'll just do this and act like we've got cast down. I don't even know what I would play if I really had to go tier 1 because I'm such a, what do you call a contrarian? I don't like to play stock lists. It's about to play Blue Robot. I might play that next week. That one has a lot more staying power, but all right. They didn't buy our bluff. We take 6. I was hoping, yeah, cast down would be pretty obvious and needed in this style build. So, you know what? Before I put it away, let's just add it. Cast down. Maybe in place of 1 journey. And what else? Village Rites isn't feeling very good in this list. 2. Maybe we get rid of one of these. That way we up our count of that and do that. Probably do something like this. Boop. All right, last round. Like I said, if we win this one, it's about what I predicted, 2-3 or worse, but let's go. Pop, pop, pop. Just a neat idea for a shell of a moving forward, you know. You see cards like Griffin Rider or, you know, the Sliver here. There's other ways to do it. Doesn't have to be a Slivers deck. It can be this kind of deck. Doesn't make it good, but it is very cool and interesting. All these guys getting there. I'd say about 1 in 6 games you'll feel like, wow, this thing's really playing well. Like we get multiples of these, and then you just start swarming. The Slivers come up. You're swinging like unblockable for like, you know, 8 every. It can be pretty sweet. Oh, interesting. Yeah, new legendaries are starting to enter Pauper, so cast down's getting a little neutered, and I do mean a little, just a tiny bit. All right. I'll slow roll this, but I don't think I've ever played this person before. Yeah, that's true, Pangolin Wrangler. I was feeling that myself, but you know, stuff does die, and it is nice to have a little draw 2 option out of the deal. My favorite Blue Fairies player was crying. I don't know if I get that. I'm looking to make it blue-black. Alrighty. Our Griffin Rider is going to be very welcome here, unless this is some sort of removal. Okay, here we are doing this. Playing here. Man, I got on some spam list from all the resumes I've been sending out over the last year, and my phone about 3 times a day just bloop bloop bloop, just junk. And I'm really diligent. I block every single one of them, and they just keep going. It's just like a plague. I'll block this any day of the week, even though I have a Griffin Rider. Slow to get there. Here we go. Come on over, Delver. You blue rat. Captain Vlad Tepes. See, I play this janky brew and we get a lot of viewers. Sometimes I'll play something a lot more serious, and I think people just tune in to see what weird shenanigans I might be up to. Ooh, this is much more likely to be a good turn. Should I attack? I think I should first. Let's attack. Happily to trade that. Come on, trade your Delver. It's a bluff you can't do, and if this is a Spell Pierce, we're good to go. Delva's met its match, unless you've got Vapor Snag, Snap, or one of about 30 other cards. Looking for it now. I have not, Pangolin Wrangler. That's a really good call. I've dabbled with this list over the last 2 or 3 years for like one match a night, maybe once every 6 months, and then I came upon it again, and I'm like, you know, I still have never played this on the stream, and so I wanted to. That's all. Kind of get it off the plate, you know. It's like, done it, been there, done that. Well, that last list was brutal. Shows how long I've been out of the scene. I'd be intimidated to stream a deck like that. You misclick once or keep when you should fold. Oh, boy, they're going old school. All right. There's that. Did they find the counterspell for it? Barkform Harvester is going to put up a little bit of a fight. It's clunky. A lot of card, though. That thing's spooky looking, though. Is that like purple pumpkins or something? Very strange. Strange times indeed. Alrighty. Let's walk right into a counterspell. Oh, alright. Yeah, we'll bring this out. I'll return the plane, actually. I know we do get one after this, but having the multiples is Sometimes better. If I draw another Seraph, drop the Barkform, we gain 2 life, 3 life. It's one of my favorite Three Stooges skits, speaking of that ESO, about their Changeling being their own party. But this is an old school list. I miss this style. I think it was like somebody on Three Stooges was like, I'm a Republican. The other one said, I'm a Libertarian. And then Curly said, I'm a pedestrian. Good one to keep in your head for dinner parties. See you, Nimchimsky. We're probably looking at Snap and like 3 Vapor Snags, I'd imagine, about 7 bits of removal. So we'll probably have to cast this Griffin Rider multiple times. Uh-oh, looks like they might have swamp access. Yeah, there's some really funny ones. There's even a here Thanksgiving coming up in the States here. There's a a main deck Stormbound. Wow. Feels like 2017. There's a Thanksgiving one where he's learning a recipe and he's got this turkey. And it says separate 2 eggs, and he has the eggs like this, and he goes, and then he just puts them in the turkey. There's some real gems in that show. Incredibly offensive stuff too that doesn't age well. There you go. Okay, were they gonna trip that for a black to take 4 via snuff out? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, well, if stuff dies, we can do other things with it. Do I do the Barkform here? Barkform here, Barkform there, here bark. Think I want to get out our Blood Fountain. Prioritization. We'll do this. Then we'll bring out Barkform. Do the thing. Gain some life here. Blop. This way our Curry Favor will at least do 2 damage. Gain some life here. While presenting a problem. I don't know if I want to attack here. You get a 3/3 out of the deal, and then he gets it on defense the other way. All right, we'll attack. He gets a 3/3 out of the deal. Of course, we are playing Swamp, so they might not be so eager to block until their life total gets a little more precarious. Never mind. If I was to be a spirit, I'd like to be this one, hanging out in the clouds and the rain and lightning. Good times. Yeah, Blood Fountain was a good call. A lot more proactive. This deck can flood sometimes, so it's nice to get a little blood token outlet. Might actually add another one. I forget if it was Lackerding or Nimchimsky or Dreamer Stango. Somebody said the Village Rites doesn't quite feel good in this list, and I know what you mean. Feels like you have to kill stuff proactively in a pinch. Might be better as a second Blood Fountain. Getting a little bit of staying power here. Better write down what we're up against. What is this? Big Blue, I guess? For right now, I'll just call it that. It's more just that air-controlled Delver here. Boy, they're really having a hard time hitting their outs, aren't they? All right, come on over. This little second ability is pretty cool. Put target card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. I wish it said a graveyard. That would be really cool. Just put some Lotleth Giant and be like, sucker! Not to be, not to be. Here we go. Whoop. Well, we can gain some life here. Yeah. Look at this. Let me do a Whisper here. We're still doing all right on life. It's probably going to be met with a counterspell, or not. All right. I've already done that. We've got this. We can't really do much else with anything, so let's trip this out. Life might be an option here. We'll get rid of the planes. Cool, another Griffin Rider. That's a killer card. So, let's see. If those all flip, we take 9. We could hit them for 7 right now. We're going to have a blocker. Yeah, let's attack. You know what? Maybe not this guy. Just in case they've got some... Well, if they got bounce, we could do that. Let's go. All in. Ah! This one has 8, I believe. We're running the... No, 7. The Barrens and the Orzhov. 3 Orzhov. Oh, I'm happy with this trade. Actually, that was a little reckless because they could have Vapor Snagged pre-combat and then blocked Griffin Rider and taken out our best dude, but whatever. You come to a river is entered. I have to read this one. Put the current return a permanent, so he's got a snap effect. Pretty cool little card. All right, we're going to be at 10 here. Good news is we're going to have another Griffin Rider. And if it gets countered, we can just unearth it. That's a big body here, so we know one of the 3 cards. One of the 3. Anybody a James fan? Outcast showing up. That's going to gain us some life. Play the Barrens. It's turned into a fun little matchup, isn't it? We'll cast the Rider. Cool. I really got to favor the other ones, don't I? We'll attack here. Probably should have cast that Changeling Outcast in response. So they've got a bounce spell. Yeah, they got a bounce spell. So let's bring this dude out. Not worthy of countering. We'll gain a life from that. I think we might have enough here. We can curry favor for 2. We're not doing anything else with the mana. Let's go. And we got 1 extra. We'll just let it go. Or probably here comes the bounce. You come to a river. Bye-bye, Griffin Rider. We take 6. Okay, no more mystery. Mystery solved. Here we go. Good news about this move, though, is we kind of have a fog effect, right? We got a 4/4 blocker unless they just draw another one. We're able to gain just enough life, though. If we even top deck like a Sliver and they counter it, we can unearth it, and then we attack with the Changeling and win. Even if they do have a snuff out. Woo! That's a strange play pre-combat. Oh, from your graveyard. Okay. I would have lost a bet there. I thought this was that card from, what is it, Plane Shift? Fang Drake? That's a Stitch Drake. I'm too old school. Alrighty. Slivers, anyone? Let's see if we can find one. Slivers, I say. Hey, cool, there it is. Let's do it for white. In case something, the shenanigan persuasion happened. Cool. Well, since that happened, let's do this too. And we attack. Sure. Was it Judgment? Ah, I knew it was the Apocalypse set. Wait, where's that Odyssey? Odyssey. All right. Yeah. All right, so I think that landscape's just to do the thing. So these are really good against Delver. Venomous Changeling can say bye-bye. Nice to have these little... You know, the Foul-Tongue might actually be relevant here. Village Rites. I don't think I'm going to be wanting any sacrifice stuff if they bounce it. Very relevant. Somewhat relevant. We're at 60 right now. I think we're good here. We got some journeys. We got some cast down. We got Arms of Hadar. 3 cast down. Got reach. Got flying. Yeah, let's do that. I was thinking about bringing in a Lone Missionary over the Irregular Cohort. Against a counterspell deck, sometimes tapping out for 4 can kind of feel like a time walk, but we're up a game, so. Is my prediction going to come true that we're going to go 2-3? We shall see. Right now we're 1-3. Oh, yeah. I agree with Mindstab on that one. That Pride card just dies. Finally, a double Sanctuary list, and a matchup that really matters. Because they're kind of outracing us, or trying to outrace us. Get them to overextend. Hadar can kind of clean up some early Delver. Seraph Sanctuary can keep us in it. I might even consider Sanctuary Swamp and then Changeling for the extra mana. Probably not. The Sacred. It's been upgraded. Got a Delver? No. Okay, well, this bodes well. This bodes well for our heroes. Should we just start putting on damage immediately with Changeling? The answer... I'm going to try it. Let's go. Seraphs are nice when they come into play, but they're really good in multiples. Sheep shavers. Yeah, you could really insert any name, right? Because the Shapeshifters are going to morph to it. I could just make the deck a dragon deck. I wonder what would be the most clickbaity title for a Pauper, like, banner, you know, like Pauper goats. There are goats. One of my favorite rare cards from what was that? Theros, I believe, was a Woebringer. That thing's got some creepy artwork. Makes goat tokens. It's a 3/2 for 2 and a black. Pretty awesome. Well, there's another guy. So this is going to make this pretty cool. I'm going to drop this instead. I'll play the Outcast so we gain a little bit more life here. And then we'll attack. And pangolins, yeah, that's right. They're waiting to like counterspell stuff, or it's not really worth bouncing an Outcast maybe. I think I want to just, in case they do have bounce here, let me attack first. I think I'm just going to play Scoured Barrens. I'll save the Seraph for when we drop another Changeling effect here. Just play this out. Act like we're sitting on removal. This way next turn we can play Griffin Rider. When they counter it, we just unearth it. Kind of asking 2 for 2. Pangolin Thrall Tribal. All right, let's keep this going. I think that might be a little bit funnier than just Shapeshifters. Don't want it to be too many words though, because then the text gets really small and people kind of have a hard time seeing it. At least that's what the algorithms say. Opponent's playing a much better deck than us. Let's not kid ourselves. Well, you might argue ours is much more flexible and slower. Sometimes that works. As time goes on, this is going to be easier and easier to cast, and a 4/4 for 2 that flies is pretty ridiculous. Watch this becomes like a mainstay, and then it's not even good enough in like 20 more years. Orzhov Flagbearer Tribal. Yeah. There's some realism to that. Consider cycling Unearth here, but we know I'm walking into a counterspell here, so let's go. Just in case I have to recast, let me just attack first. They don't have it. Okay. Play this. Gain some more life. I'll cast our Griffin Rider. If they allow it, they're probably going to bounce it at EOT, so I can at least Night Whisper and then do the same thing next turn with our Unearth trick, but kind of want a counterspell here. Whoever says that, right? I do. Walked right into that, ya sucker. Woohoo! Now they need bounce, bounce. Hadar is active. Kind of wish they had like 3 Delvers flipped. No, I don't. Because if Arms fails, then you're just dead meat. Let's attack first. They have shenanigans. We can at least answer them. And there you go, Mind Stab Throw. Okay, there's that. Good news here. We're going to replay the Griffin Rider. If it gets countered, we just... Actually, I think we should Night's Whisper first because of counterspell stuff. Try this out. More babes for the party. All right. Well, we got that. One's not really going to help us here, so let's recast this. It might get met with a counter. If it does, I guess we Basilica back a Sanctuary. Okay. Play this. Turning this. That's why I like these little guys, especially like in Blackburn. They're just not worth killing, and before you know it, they've done enough damage to like literally be like a 4/4 or a 5/5 each. Uh-oh, Mind Stab Throw getting close to the crazy hat. I'm going to have to break out the Christmas gear. We've got the Jester's cap I can put on for that still. I've got this old, this new, oh geez, glittery mess. I got to get rid of that thing. Dinner's ready. All right, Iso, good to have you with us, my friend. Most generous man in Pauper. Thank you for every week, my friend. All right, let's play this first for very obvious reasons. We'll gain a life. We'll do this. I guess we're just going to march them down with removal and changeling beats. We just gained 3 life. Boom, boom. Not out of the woods yet. We haven't seen really any of those, have we? Here we go. Bouncing stuff. Nope. Well, just keep black shocking them. I'm so thrilled how strong my wife has been playing Ascension. Like I said, we played 6 games already today. We'll probably play about 6 more. The only thing that stops me from playing that game is my back gets sore. I just sit there for so long. Such a great game. I'm really surprised it didn't catch. I know they did have tournaments, and there's a online version of it. I still have yet to play, but it's kind of the family game of choice. All right. Well, there's a journey target, huh? Not like they can really do much. I might not even want to... It's not even a threat right now. can't block anything, so we're doing a lightning bolt a turn. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I think I might have quit there too. We've got 3 a turn because it can't block non-flyers, and we've got triple removal here. So my prediction is right, 2-3. Feels about right. Before I leave this, because, you know, I'm going to shelf this for probably 2 or 3 years, and then we'll come back and go, remember this? Way back when I first got a job and blankety blank, we did this. Village Rites, really not feeling that card. Cast down's always going to be better. Let's add 1 more bit of removal here. Got 3 and 3, maybe even 3 and 4. I don't know. 3 and 3 feels pretty nice, and maybe another Blood Fountain just so we can pitch stuff when we need to. But right now, I think I might leave it like that. I find the concept of Tribe Flag Bearers inherently funny. So for right now, I think I'm just going to call it Shapeshifters to keep it Flag Bearer Pangolins. I like that. Pangolin Paw Patrol. I don't know. I'll think about it. I like the just the sneakiness of, like, you can call it anything because it is a shapeshifter deck and it's technically accurate, but I also don't want to mislead people too badly. But I guess that it really isn't. Oh, the Blight Priest. That's right, the Blight Priest. We're not gaining all that much life though. Oh, that's right. That's the other Blight Priest. Let me look that up here. You know, tell it's raining outside. I'm just like, I'm in no hurry to end the theme here. I've got the Marauding. Let's see if I can get this to hit this to 0 and see if we find the other one. Did we? Yep. The Macabre. I know which one you're talking about. It's 1 in a black, but I think one of us has misspelled it. That's the Marauding Blight Priest. Maybe it's just Priest. Let's see if the black ones show up here. There's a lot of priests here, though. So let's do Pauper. Let's do black. Did you see that? The colors just moved when I went over them. That was ridiculous. Look, our Blood Priest. There he is. Wow, I don't have any of those. That's really strange. Even though I have it set to 0. If you ever can't find a card, that's the trick. You go to quantity, you hit it to 0. A lot of people are just like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? This creature gain X life for a number of creatures in your party. That's a really good call. That is a really good call. So much so I have to do that off air. So I'm pretty sure this one probably didn't exist when that showed up. So very, very nice call. So have fun with that. Make room for this. We'll see you next Saturday on Propaganda as we go out with a little joke on Myr. Oh gosh, Myr Enforcer. I can't believe I drew a blank. Here we go, guys. Till next week. Adios.
It is time to see if I can make their robot explode.
Cyborg.
Okay, robot. My first question is this. How come?
How come? What?
Oh, everything that you're experiencing before you. How come?
Do you mean what mechanical sensors allow me to experience it?
No, robot. I mean, how come?
How come?